Hi, it's Luke Chow from the Morpheus Clinic for Hypnosis in Toronto, Canada. For me to predict that hypnosis will work for you, I need to know two things. First of all, that you are suggestible enough to be affected by the words I speak. And secondly, that the ideas I speak make sense to you and are ideas that will resonate with you and help you with your problems. These are the two components that come together during hypnosis. Let's delve right into the suggestibility exercise before we get into analysis of how this works. First, I'll ask you to make sure that you have some privacy, that nobody's there to watch you, nobody's there to judge you. It's only going to take about a minute and a half, so you can do this in a bathroom if you have to. Then I'll ask you to put your hands straight in front of you just like this, with your right thumb pointing up and your left palm pointing up, and both hands on the same level. Then close your eyes and imagine, if you will, that you're on a very warm, beautiful beach. Imagine the sand, the waves, and the sky. As you imagine this beach, imagine I'm scooping up a great big bucket of wet sand that I'm placing in your left palm. Already you can begin to feel the weight of the bucket beginning to press down across the palm of your hand, making your hand and your arm grow heavier and more tired. That's right. Don't help it, but don't stop it either. Just imagine the bucket, feel the weight, and let the weight of the bucket continue to pull down heavily on the hand. That's right. As you notice the heaviness, imagine that at the same time I'm tying a bundle of helium balloons around your right thumb. Your right thumb, your hand, and your arm all begin to feel lighter. That's right. They begin to lift and rise as that cluster of colorful balloons tugs up at the thumb, up at the hand, lighter, higher, and more free. And then you'll begin to feel the contrast between the heaviness and the lightness. And as you feel the contrast continues to grow. Your left hand feels increasingly heavy. At the same time, your right hand feels increasingly light. And you are free to let your hands do exactly as they wish to do. You're just feeling that that's happening and allowing it to happen. Then whenever you're ready, open your eyes and take a look at the vertical difference between your two hands. They start at off level, and in most cases, they would be separate by now. This exercise is an objective measure of how suggestible you are, and it's one of the best predictors we have for how likely hypnosis is to work for you. Although actual hypnosis sessions are much longer than the exercise you just did, the challenges that our clients bring to us are also much greater than making one hand feel heavy and the other hand feel light. Once again, the two components that have to come together for me to predict that hypnosis will work for you are that you're able to let my words affect how you feel, and also that the plan makes sense to you. This exercise assesses the first component. If your hands didn't move at all, or if you're straining to see any difference between your hands, the most likely methods that don't require you to bypass your analytical mind are better for you. If your hands moved only a few inches, or maybe half a foot or 15-20 centimeters, then you're about in the normal range. If your hands moved more than about a foot, more than about 30 or maybe 40 centimeters, then you are highly suggestible and you'll get a strong recommendation for me to proceed. Having said that, most of our clients are just in the normal range. This exercise is one that you can do more than once. It's not based on deception. It's not based on tricking you into reacting in the way that you did. It's based on having earned your trust enough that you're allowing my words to affect how you feel. So it doesn't matter how many times you do it. Usually people tend to respond more the more times they do it. The next step is to complete the form to request your hypnosis action plan. Essentially, it gives you exactly the same information you would get in a free consultation, except you get it in writing, and it's delivered by email, which means it usually only takes about a day or two for me to respond. It's the fastest and easiest way to get solid information about whether or not our programs are right for you. Once again, it's Luke Chow from the Morpheus Clinic for Hypnosis in Toronto, Canada, where we make hypnosis make sense.